Okay, this is part 2 of our Disney trip, just for those that are taking it for the first time.
So this
Part 1, it's
behind
us, so go check that one out.
So this will be 21, episode 21.
Episode 21. So yeah,
Yep.
so we boarded the ship. We went to get service.
Nobody
There
was
was
there.
nobody was there yet. So we went up to the deck. We kind of wanted to check out the cruise. The ship was
Gorgeous.
It was
So-
the newest ship at the time.
It was the Wish. So just walking onto the ship, right? The feeling you get, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just it's very difficult to impress me. Does that make sense? Like, I don't fall for gimmicks. I don't I'm just a straight laced guy, and I don't all these flashes and they typically don't catch my eye. I just go, I keep doing what I do. All these flashy people really don't catch my eye.
So
When I walked in and they welcomed the Ratliff family to the Wish or whatever, it was a feeling that come over me that was like, I don't even know if I've told you this,
No.
right? And it was like, this is pretty cool. It felt good. I don't know if I got chill bumps, but it was just a good feeling of how we was welcomed onto because it was very personalized, and it was just a very good feeling. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I have nothing good things to talk about Disney, and I'm not that.
no, you're not that
I'm
kind
not
of
that
person.
kind of person.
I mean, leading to the cruise, I mean, Irene and I were over the moon. I mean, especially Irene, and we're just so excited. Our first cruise. I mean, we watched tons and tons and tons of videos of people reviewing the ship and what to do and all of this stuff. And our cruise was very short, but we were so excited. We got into the ship, we explored it, beautiful. We were just at the pool, and everybody, you could just see everybody there, kind of, people watching and seeing all these different types of people and kids.
Going through and we didn't bring this up, so I'm gonna kind of back us up a little bit. Right before we got on the ship, we boarded at Port Canaveral in Orlando, and Disney has their own terminal there, and I see a lot of, and this is on YouTube and stuff. And even when we went on Royal Caribbean, right, we seen a lot of time consuming and delays to boarding. And there on Disney, it was super quick.
When we got in line to the way we were in the ship, we were like, what?
You have your time of when you're supposed to arrive. And it seemed like everybody was abiding by the rules. Nobody was really
trying to cut in line.
It's very pleasant. No long lines nowhere. And the ship was, like I said, it was the newest ship of the time when we got on it, and the ship was packed. I mean, it was a sold out crowd, right? But it was very pleasant getting on there at Port Canaveral. No long lines. I think the whole process from Mom dropping us off to the time we got on was 30 minutes,
maybe. Yeah, I think so. It was super quick.
I was going through security.
I mean,
I was everything.
I did my
40
best
minutes.
to make sure that everything that we needed to fill out online, or as much as I could do online. I'm one of those persons that I'm gonna do it. I remember when I was doing the passport stuff, and I kept going around with my phone, like, stay still, let me take a picture. And he's like, what is this for? I was like, for the cruise, whatever. I read, let me take a picture. But back to the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pleasant. We were good. So we waited maybe an hour to go back down to guest services.
I can't remember. I don't know if we talked to somebody or whatever.
And I think they told us a time. I think
then they told us a time,
that
right?
we can go, whatever. So at that time, we went down to guest services, and then we got there, and I mean, it's just the service that they give you, like at the cruise with Disney, is it's unmatchable, I think.
I agree.
I mean, it's just they're so
You
so
said
nice.
well, it's kind of, and we've talked about this before, and you kind of hit it on the head when you said their attitude and their service and just the way they handle stuff is kind of contagious.
Yeah, so that I mean, it just makes you feel like
They're so
so
happy to help
happy.
you, and
So that just makes you feel better.
makes you feel good.
Um,
But anyways,
so we got there, we talked. So we got to the lady, and there was like a pause because I didn't know if you was gonna take the lead on this and talked, or I was gonna do it.
on the allergy thing,
On the allergy thing, and I think like you take the lead, right, in a lot of stuff. You know, like I might do the booking, make sure everything, and with anything, right? But then once you're there, you handle it all.
yeah,
And then this time I was like, "Are you gonna do it?" But you don't really like. I'm the one with Irene all the time
right,
when it comes to her allergies.
uh huh,
So I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta talk. So I was like, hey, we booked this, right? No, we didn't book this. Like, we're here. Our daughter has this with allergies, and like, what is the process? What else? What else we need to do when we
right.
talk to somebody on the phone? They tell us to come and talk to you. It was like, oh yeah, whatever. Your
What's
name,
your reservation number?
your
And
reservation number.
so they
Your
pull it all up, right? And
it's like, oh, Rachel.
yeah, like they
They
knew.
knew.
They knew.
And
First
we were
cruise,
like,
first everything, and they knew.
they knew.
Yep.
And they told us that we could go and talk to the head chef, the master
chef,
chef, or
master chef,
whatever. So we went to they told us where to go. So we went over there, and then we were like, oh, hey, we're, the family, and our daughter has food allergies, like how we go about food and this and that. And he made it, I don't exactly remember what he said, but it made it sound like food allergies. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Right.
something like towards she couldn't eat nothing or
Yeah.
something. We were like, what? And then he's like, nah, I'm just kidding or something. And I was like, well, that's not funny.
He made a joke out of it. But it was
It wasn't like in a mean way or rude way.
to me it was comforting.
Yeah, I think it was more towards like we there, like we. He could
Right.
probably read us.
I'm sure he could.
So
Yeah.
he was like, "Let me light up the mood a little bit,"
Take
kind
it
of
easy.
thing.
We
Yeah.
handle this. We know what's going
Well,
on.
yeah.
And we're still scared to death, right? We're trying to get as soon as we get on here, all we can think about is
What can she eat?
what can she eat?
Like-
How is this going to work?
Like, what do we have to do?
We're yeah, exactly.
Like, we're
what do we
going
need to do? What's
1,000
the
miles.
next
It's like,
step?
all right, we got to go talk to somebody.
We got our
gotta
checklist. We got boom, 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 boom. We need to get all this hammered out. And
before we can even start enjoying this.
Right.
I mean, we're happy to be there and stuff, but it was like, I don't know. We get into this thing, and it's just like, okay, we got to figure it out. We got
got to get
to
this figured
know,
out, yeah.
like, what do we need to get off the boat before this even goes?
exactly. I mean, that was in my head. Like, we'll get off of this damn boat.
Yeah.
We'll go back home.
So they told us, they know they handled stuff like this. They know what to do to not eat from the buffet,
Uh-huh.
but to find a server, and then they will help us, and they will make whatever she wants to eat. And then at dinner, we had one server. One server,
It follows you.
it follows you through all the nights you're there.
Through all the different dining rooms and experiences.
And then
stuff.
just for that night, she was going to be able to see what she wanted. They will make, but then we could pre-order her breakfast, lunch, and dinner if we wanted to, like the
other
night
nights.
before.
Yeah.
So that night we were going to be able to pre-order next day's food.
So when you pre-order, this is what I really loved about our waiter there, and I can't remember his name, right? But there was nothing, and this is her dining experience, right? So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this, that she couldn't have at dinner. And even if it wasn't on the menu,
They
we
made
was
it.
at a table. We didn't share a table, and I'm sure that has to do with something about allergies, right? I'm guessing because when we was on Disney, we didn't share a table. When we was on Royal, we didn't share a table. And I'm assuming that's because of her allergies, right? Not for sure, but I'm assuming that. But anyways, the waiter was so comfortable and on Disney, and he's like, "What do you want? What do you want, a brownie?" And we're like, "Well, she can't have brownies, but." It's like, no. And then
No,
he
he's like,
explained it like they will cook this. They will cook this and prepare this completely separate in a different, smaller kitchen, right? Apart from everything else. It's no worries of cross contamination. And he explained the process to us of how it goes down. It's roped down, this, that, and the other. And that was very
comforting.
comforting. Yeah.
It was. I mean, like you said, there was nothing that she couldn't have.
And it was, and actually, we weren't talking to the waiter then. We're still talking to the head chef, right?
Yeah, so funny, as soon as they say, she can eat from the buffet, but you go find somebody that will make what she needs, and, they will walk you through the thing. Of course, Harry's like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm starving. And it was
Right.
like, oh, because she's always starving, by the way. So we went up to the buffet, and we
And
were
he
like,
said, well, listen, he said, when you get up there, you need to find, and I can't remember, I don't know if it was a person with this color scarf on, or what was the deal with that? I can't remember who
he
you need
did
to
mention something, but it was like, and I think because
You need to find a certain person
certain
up there.
persons, yeah.
So we went up, and I mean, I don't think we might have looked for that certain person, but then we asked somebody, and they was like, well, hold on, let me get somebody.
Yeah, so as soon as you tell them, hey, my daughter's have food allergies, they're like, what is it? They call somebody.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They're like, all right, hold on 1 second.
Stay right here.
Stay right here. So
Yeah.
that they call somebody on the radio, and then the right person that we were supposed to be looking for comes out and
Comes
says,
out.
all right, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Food allergies, what are the allergies? And then we mention, like, okay, what's your room number? And then we give it to them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what's the name? Okay, what does she want? And we're like, I don't know. What can she have? You just tell me what she wants. We'll make it. And then we're like, I don't know.
So when they start, it was very quick.
Yeah.
Like they're ready. We wasn't ready.
We wasn't ready. We thought
we was prepared.
we were not.
They are prepared.
We thought we was gonna have to go through this. So like kind of how we did in the restaurants, right? Okay, can she have that, or what does that have? And this, it's not kind of like that. I'm pretty sure if you were to ask them specific food, they will help you. I mean, they they will tell you everything. But we were just like, it was like, what do you want? We make it.
Yeah. So they pull out, and it was. I remember it. He pulled out, and he's looking at this paper, right? And it's like a yellow notepad, like stickies, kind of, and it's got allergies on it and blah blah blah. It's got stuff on it, right? But I remember he's like, well, what allergies she got? Egg allergy, and he writes out egg allergy, and then peanut allergy. He writes out peanut, tree nut. Yeah, he writes out tree nut. He writes everything
down.
and it's like right there. When that happened, it wasn't okay. He did not have this in his head, right? He had it on a piece of paper.
Yeah, and it wasn't
No
like,
confusion, no language barrier. Because I don't know if you've been on a cruise, right? There's several different.
ethnicities. There's a lot of foreign people working on the
Everybody
cruises.
speaks English, right? But there's accent, and sometimes you might not understand perfectly or whatever. We understood everything, but there is no chance of anything misconstrued.
Yes.
Right. It's wrote
It's right.
wrote right there. No confusion, no nothing. It's wrote down on a piece of paper. He kind of shows it. Egg allergies, blah, 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 peanut, tree nut, everything right there. Okay, what does she want?
Yeah, we were like, I think we said chicken tenders, right?
Chicken
'Cause
tenders
I think
and fries?
we said it as to, and correct me if I'm wrong, as to try. Can she even have the chicken tenders? Because, I mean, the batter, most of the places have eggs, right? And then just the way they're done or whatever, it's like, yeah, chicken tenders. Okay, All right, and fries.
So we was like, okay, so
Okay.
cross contamination. Do they know about this or what or blah blah blah? And we ask about it, right? So for one, I don't know what it is about oil, but those chicken tenders, they was baked.
Yeah,
They was not deep fried.
and that's yeah, and I think that's a big point. So there was not a thing of cross
Any kind of cross
contamination, and they
contamination.
kind of keep it, on its own.
Uh huh.
They cook it on their own, just
But exactly,
because they
like,
won't even go grab it from what's in the buffet.
exactly.
They
That's one of
They
the
will.
things I was getting to.
Yeah.
It is. There is even for everybody else, it's baked. It's not in an oil, right?
Yeah.
But for her, everything was completely separate.
Separate, and it will be made
Cooked separate,
at
made
that
separate,
time.
and made at that time.
Yeah, they wouldn't just go from the buffet and grab it and give
Right.
it to you.
Nothing was pulled from from us. We would say, if y'all want to go ahead and eat, y'all go ahead and get y'all some food. Where y'all going to sit at, and I'll bring her food out.
Yeah, because we were like,
So it's-
we're just gonna stay right here and wait for it. No, 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 go find a seat and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll bring it. And it was like, okay, all right, that table,
yeah.
and then we'll sit and then they will bring it right out.
So they would go cook it. It would take 4 or 5 minutes. They had to prepare it.
Yeah, so it did. I mean, it did take a little bit, but not like crazy
Right.
wait or
Not like a
nothing.
long time. They brought it out on a plate,
Covered.
covered, completely separate. And so I was wondering, like, how they going to find us and this, that, and the other. There was never an issue with it. They know
Nope.
where to go. Everything come out. Everything was covered. There was no way anything could get crossed up or twisted up. The process that they had to do food allergies and to deal with food allergies, in my opinion, is second to none.
Yeah, I mean that right there made us feel comfortable, right?
So if I had to compare it to something, and I'm sure this is if you have a Chick-fil-A around, you know how Chick-fil-A's drive-through works
Yeah,
compared to McDonald's drive-through or Wendy or anybody else's drive-through. If you know how Chick-fil-A's drive-through works compared to anybody else's, this is kind of how the process works at
with
Disney.
Disney.
It's drawn out. It is a process.
It's a process.
And it's a line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. You go in this order. This is how we're going to take care of everything. This is, and if, people that's watching this, if you've dealt with allergies, right, everything's step by step. It's a process. It's very comforting. It's very, okay, this is
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, so we were like, what?
Yeah.
I remember us seeing, and I don't know. I don't think we went and grabbed something to eat for us yet. She got her food.
We were still
We were
kind of
still
laid
like,
back.
okay. I mean, we were getting comfortable as time, and the interactions we were having, but we were just like, okay.
So we still wasn't 100% comfortable.
No, we were not. And then we were like, okay, so when she's gonna try something new, we said,
what I was gonna
take a
bring
little
up.
bit.
Just
Just
a
take a
little
little
bitty
bit
bite.
tight. And then
Little
we
bitty
wait a
bite. Mm-hmm.
minute before you keep eating. Our main thing with the chicken nuggets were the eggs. Because of batter, cross contamination, whatever. It was the eggs. And her reaction to eggs is very quick. So
Instant.
we knew that
Just
the
like
moment she took a little bite, if there was anything in it, we were going to
You know
notice it right away,
Yeah,
right?
boom, right there.
So she took a bite. And she's like, she's so impatient sometimes when it comes to that, because we make her wait and wait. And she's like, I'm fine. She was good. And she's like, it's good. And it's really good. Oh my God, this is the best chicken tenders I have ever had.
And so listen, like she took a bite. This is why I love my daughter, right? She will exaggerate. Right? She'll take a little bitty bite. And I'm talking about a little bitty bite. Like it's a little bitty. She didn't even have enough in her mouth to know
know
what
that-
it tasted like.
That is true.
And she was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And it's like, so whether it's the best thing ever, let's just make sure you don't die right here. Let's just take it easy. And
I mean, she was fine.
she was fine. And
After-
it was good.
I want to say 5 minutes.
she chowed down.
I
We went and
know.
got us something to
We
eat,
went
I
and got
think.
something to eat.
And I
And
know the head server had said, "Well, you'll meet your waiter tonight," and talk to him. He said, "We'll have everything notated," and they did. And I think when we talked to our waiter, or you got something else to say? You
yeah,
got something
just
to add?
while we were at the buffet, so they have ice cream servers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we were like, can she even have the ice cream? And of course, we went and found the person.
Uh huh.
We knew who to look for this time.
Yeah.
And then he said, okay, so he wrote it down again. And then he said he was going to check. Yeah. And then we were like, well, can we see the ingredients?
Yeah.
Can we read the ingredients of what you're using on the ice cream? Oh, because he came back and said she could have the ice cream, but not the cones. Because we
Right.
don't do manufacture, I think.
Right.
So we were like, can I see the ingredients of the thing? He's like, oh, sure. Let me go find it. He went and found it, brought it out to
Bought
us.
the box of the I guess the cream.
That
Bought that
use-
out to
yeah.
us, and they had the ingredients right there.
It was like,
it was awesome. You know, it was just
It was-
awesome.
because we have,
And the best part about it too is, and I don't know if this is on purpose or whatever. So they have a, you know how most soft serve machines, it's anybody and their brother can just go up and stick a cone there and, you know, and they had somebody there that either gave you a cone or put it in a,
did they?
on Royal Caribbean, they did not.
No, Royal.
But at Disney, they had somebody at the
I
soft
thought it
serve
was-
machine.
I thought it was backwards because we remember Royal, they tell us two different things, the people.
They
And
did
I
tell
thought
us
that
two
was
different
what
things.
the lady that was the thing.
So maybe Disney had. I know Disney had one there during lunch, because we didn't have to. We did it because I was thinking, well, there's no way for cross contamination of somebody grabbing a cone, sticking it up there to the soft
I don't
serve
remember
machine.
how we got the cone. Well, she didn't get the cone anyways.
When
It
we
was a little
asked,
cup.
the waiter went to go look, right, and then we asked, if I remember right, we asked the person that was there about the ice cream, right? Because
Well, maybe-
the ice cream was not like it was on Royal. The ice cream was Minnie's ice cream or whatever, so everything was kind of behind the shelf, like behind the counter.
Was
Remember?
it?
Yeah, it was behind. Like you couldn't just go get you an ice cream. It was behind the.
I can't.
You had to talk to them. I don't know if you remember. We
I don't-
talked to them.
So I don't know if it was the ship or something, or we have watched too many cruise videos
Uh-huh.
that I'm confusing it in my head.
So I have to look, but
We
I'm,
have to
I'm
go back
pretty
and
sure
look because-
it's Minnie's ice cream or whatever.
Because I
Minnie
remember
Mouse's.
at Royal, somebody being there.
It was out in the open.
I thought somebody was there.
Somebody might have been there during lunch hours and stuff like that too, but it was out in the open. It was not behind.
No, yeah, it was on
It's
the
not
open. I
behind the
remember
counter.
that. It was
Now,
close to the dessert thing.
Minnie's dessert, Minnie's whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it was Minnie Mouse's. Like it's behind a. Like it's like the rest of them, like
Yeah.
all of them, like Donald's Cantina and all the.
You
it's
might be
behind
right.
the- it's behind the counter.
Yeah,
It ain't out.
because
in
I don't know what
front.
I'm picturing. And I don't
Uh-huh. But it's behind the counter.
know. Okay.
So we asked the waiter, and the waiter went and looked, and then we asked the lady that kind of run the stand, Minnie's desserts or whatever. She's the one that brought us the box.
Probably. So I do. I know. I just remember she being able to have the ice cream
But not the
on
cones.
the Disney, not the cones. She will get it in a cup, and I remember us being able to read the ingredients, which I thought it was great. Like,
But she always got us a bowl, and
Yeah,
she,
like a
she
little-
learned real quick.
yeah, who she was
who
and
she was,
stuff.
yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, just like we said, just I think at that time, especially when we were able to read the ingredients, kind of gave us this
We
more
started feeling
sense.
a little bit better.
Better, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were not so worried. This little worry thing on your chest was, it was just like, okay, I can breathe. I can
Mm-hmm.
start enjoying it. Then it was like, okay, dinner time. Here we go. Let's see if this keeps going the way it has been
Yeah.
going. Like you said, we met with the server.
And I
He
think the server knew.
and I think
When
so.
we rolled up in there, he asked us. Like when he
Yes.
came to the table, he asked us, food allergies, don't she have, is this Rachel with the food allergies? Or something like
Yes.
he knew.
Yes,
When he
you're
came to
right.
the table
You're
about
right.
us, he knew ahead of
Yeah,
time.
because he told us which from that menu what she could have or
Uh-huh.
whatever, and I think she said chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Um,
Because she loved the like Jump Street, she loved the chicken tenders.
and then we went over everything for the next night, and that's kind of where we knew that they will make stuff for her.
Yeah.
Because they will say, okay, what would you want? It's like, forget about me. What do you want?
Yeah.
I mean, Irene is very picky, and her food menu for her, like if she had to give you a menu, it will be very short. So I think she had chicken tenders, right? And I think she had grilled chicken one night with broccoli. Was it with broccoli or green beans or like vegetables or something? And then she had like just plain butter pasta.
So she had butter pasta.
Uh-huh.
She loved the butter pasta there.
Uh-huh.
Grilled chicken. She
I
done grilled
think
chicken
so.
one night, but she done
Chicken tenders.
a
I
couple
mean, she
nights.
done chicken tenders about every night.
The steamed broccoli was a couple of nights. She liked the steamed
Yeah.
broccoli.
So she likes broccoli. But like when it came to dessert, she had ice cream,
Brownie with ice cream.
a gelato.
Gillette.
I mean, it
whatever
was
she wanted, whether it was on the menu or not. So for the people that don't know, which is everybody, or there's a couple viewers that know Irene, right? Right. Just to clear it up, Rachel's her first name. Irene's her
Irene's her
middle. We
middle
call her Irene. Most everybody else calls her Rachel. She is very demure, very princess,
Very mindful.
Right.
Yeah, she's a little diva. That's what she's.
So
That's what she is.
when she gets that special treatment of,
Oh my god! Oh,
don't worry about the menu, Rachel. What do you want?
like that attention, that the everything. It's about her, and it's. Oh my god, that gets her like to a whole nother level. Like,
She's-
don't even look at her.
When she get that kind of treatment, when she got that kind of treatment at Disney, it's like, well, I think, can I have a brownie? Because she don't never get no brownies.
No, I was
right?
like, do you even like brownies? Oh yeah,
I don't know, but I think I would like it or whatever. Yeah, we can make. So they made her a special brownie, and
oh, that
Ice
she
cream.
loved. Oh my god, it was the best thing.
and I think she took like 2 bites.
Two
of
bites,
it.
she's like, I'm full.
So the brownie was probably a little too rich for her.
Yeah.
But I tasted the brownie and it was freaking delicious.
Mm-hmm.
They made the ice cream for her. I don't know if it wasn't the soft serve. The ice cream that she got on the brownie was
No,
not
it was
the soft serve.
different. Yeah, it was different. And that
it was
gelato
just-
thing.
So if anybody is worried about food allergies going on a Disney cruise, don't be, because and this was just the first night on the ship, right? And I guess in the next episode we can go through the other couple of nights that we was on the ship and stuff.
Yeah,
like
we can
that,
talk
right?
more.
We'll talk a little bit more about this Disney cruise. But if you have a doubt with Disney, don't. We've been on other cruise. We've been on Royal Caribbean,
We can discuss that in
and we'll
another one
discuss
episode
that.
too.
And they got a process too.
Did they?
And she ate. Well, she ate on Royal Caribbean.
She kind of ate.
But it was nothing compared to how Disney handled
No.
food allergies.
And
After day one on the Disney cruise,
we were like,
I was laid back. I was good with how we interacted with our waiter, how we interacted with the people at the buffets and stuff. I was good.
It's
Like
just-
it was. They know what they're doing, and I'm comfortable.
and for
to get me like that and to get both
Both
of
of
us
us like
like
that.
you got to know what's going on
You
to
know,
get me
if we're
comfortable like
allergy
that.
parents, right? Like that feeling of always having to be
On guard.
on guard,
Yep.
and then being able to enjoy that vacation,
Yeah.
like completely enjoy it without having to
Worry about food or
all
what
kinds
she's
of
gonna
stuff.
eat.
It was awesome. It was the best thing ever, and that's why we decided to book another one.
That's why we decided to
And
book another
like
one.
that night, we
And I'll be honest with you, like there's cruises out there, and this is no BS, right? A quarter of the price,
yes,
like a lot cheaper.
yes, but
But it don't matter how cheap it is.
and because we
If you're
tried
not
it,
comfortable,
because we did try it,
it's
right?
not worth it.
I mean, we said because of the price of how Disney is, it was like, okay, I mean, it would be nice if we could do another cruise, but because of the price, maybe we can do a different line, and that's what we tried, and just we're never gonna do it again.
Yeah, we ain't gonna
It's
do that
just
again.
like a sense of relief, and then you can tell us, right? You can tell us if you have cruised a different line and have a different. If you got good things to say about it, share it.
Share it.
Share it.
Let us know, because I hear good things, and we read online and on some of these Facebook groups that Carnival, they do awesome, and Royal Caribbean, they do awesome, and
And this
Holland,
is
they do
from
awesome,
our
and
experience.
NCL, they do all well.
Like
But this is what we
we
experienced.
experience, and we're gonna
firsthand.
tell you our experience with Royal in another episode. But right now it's like with Disney, and we were so happy, and just and that we were that after that night, that dinner, we were able to pre-order her next dinner, so they will have it, and there wouldn't be like a wait.
Yeah.
And her food could come out at the same time as ours, and we decided to do breakfast at the restaurant instead of the bar, just because breakfast, it's because of her egg allergy, it's a lot more cross contamination can
When
happen.
it comes to eggs, it is so easy, especially at breakfast,
Breakfast, yeah.
to do cross contamination.
So we decided to do it at the restaurant.
Let's
so-
get more into this on the next episode,
okay.
because I remember walking through and seeing how they done eggs and stuff at the grills. You know how the grills are on
Yeah.
the Wish.
Yeah.
And I was looking to see what kind of grills was there and where they was cooking eggs at and this, that. And I'll bring that up in the next episode of how they cooked eggs at this station. And so we don't, how do I say this? I guess when you see, like on the Blackstone, we don't cook eggs on that because I'm afraid stuff can linger to the next time you cook, even though you clean it, right? And we'll get into that on the next episode.
So I guess there
the
will be a
eggs.
part 3 of.
I guess it'll be a part 3, yeah.
Well, Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it'll be a whole new episode, and then after that, we talked about our experience with Royal and
Yeah.
so forth. Then go on and go on.
But like I said, nothing but good things to say about how that went.
Yeah,
Very comforting.
I mean, it was just Disney itself is an experience. I mean, just the whole Disney thing, and just being able to enjoy it with having a kid with an allergy to the max. It's a whole nother level. And us as parents of a kid like that, and just being able to see her enjoy that, it was just crazy. But
And keep in mind, this is our honest opinions.
Yes.
We're not sponsored by Disney. It'd be nice if they
I mean,
sponsored
if you
us.
want to, Disney, you can.
But this is just honest opinions.
Honest. Yeah, completely. I mean, it's just, like you said, honest. As
how-
honest as we can
how
be.
we went through it, and how we done
Experienced
everything, how
it.
we experienced. There you go.
But yeah, so stay tuned for the
Yeah, so we'll bring this up in episode
22.
22. How they done breakfast at the buffets and how we seen them cook and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
we'll
everything
talk about
else.
Day 2, day 3,
Oh yeah, and because the port days and all that stuff.
days at port
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
All right.
So
Thank you
y'all.
for watching.